My name is Parth. I have a little more than 16 years of work experience with digital products. I started in the debt market, helping businesses raise funds, then went on to building and leading product teams in several digital businesses, gaming companies. I've worn several hats throughout this journey, like head of product, business owner, board advisor, and currently I'm the CEO of Collective Ace Group. The products that I've built have been cumulatively generating more than $800 million in lifetime revenues and have been used for over more than 350 million users worldwide. Given my background in finance, I've also invested and exited several startups as an angel investor and currently have an active portfolio of 5 companies, out of which I'm also sitting on the board of some. It was actually over a lunch with Mike where we were discussing scaling challenges for startups and how non-exec leadership positions are becoming more and more key to business successes. And this is when Mike said that he was going to come up with an idea to address this in a structured way, and a couple of months later he founded NXLab. I think it's a very valuable initiative where product leaders can assist businesses in non-executive capacities right from the very early stage, thereby helping businesses avoid the need to reinvent the wheel every time. As we know, for many young businesses, hiring a full-blown team of experienced C-levels isn't always the most favorable decision for the P&L. And however, having an incomplete team also impacts their potential to succeed. The initiative of NXLab actually solves exactly for this deadlock. The businesses benefit from the diverse experience of the seasoned professionals without having to hurt their P&Ls. And at the same time, the non-exec directors also get to work with the passionate and driven entrepreneurs and gather even more valuable experiences. I see it as a win-win initiative. I would say the biggest challenge that I see would be investor trust. Except for selected few, most businesses end up needing investors to support their vision, to invest at the right time and grow the businesses. And what investors are looking for is a well-rounded team to back. For most investors, the idea isn't enough. The execution is what matters, and they want to have the trust that the management has well-rounded capabilities when it comes to repeatable growth. This is repeatable growth that we're talking about. So if an experienced product representation is missing at the C-suite level, the team ends up looking incomplete and thus impacting investor trust. So business in general, like business growth can be achieved through a plethora of means, right? However, only a few of them are long-term sustainable, and even a smaller subset of that actually turns out to be profitable. And this is pretty much where experience plays a vital role, and an experienced CPO can help navigate past the numerous possibilities by building on the learnings from their own past and providing a structured approach to problem solving. This reduces significantly the time to market cycle of the businesses, making it more feasible in terms of the idea, in terms of the profitability, and thus also more attractive for the investors. That's true. That's right. That's absolutely right. I mean, at the macro level, if you see at things, right, like all businesses are selling some sort of products. If you're a consultancy, your product is your service. If you're a developer, your product is probably the software or the tool that you're building, right? So whatever form of business you have, you either end up building products or sourcing some form or the other of products. And hence, having a voice of product and business strategy is a must. In my opinion, it helps one avoid pitfalls like market sizing, helps pressure testing product market fit, validates timelines, manages stakeholder expectations, and most importantly, budgets costs with a greater degree of accuracy. With all of these things, any businesses will pay off. Any business plan will actually pay off, and the investors will be more keen on backing such initiatives. Without those, the investors can actually see through that, and it's not just, as you rightly said, Mike, it's not just about executing orders, but it's about kind of bringing strategy in terms of how problem solving at these macro level initiatives can add value to the business. Yeah, as I was mentioning, right, like for most of the young businesses, pretty much having a full-blown C-suite on their P&L is something which many businesses can't afford. It's not the best utilization of the funds, and also doesn't give them a very long runway. But with NXLab, this is pretty much what is thought for. Right? So these experienced people are not full time on pretty much the company P&L. So what that allows for the business to still benefit from is the experience, because it's like when it comes to high level C level folks, specifically with a lot of product experience, it's not about the quantity of time that they are able to dedicate. I'm losing my voice. It's not about the quantity of time that they're able to dedicate. It's more about the quality output that they're able to generate through the past learnings that they have had. And this is primarily where, even with a few hours of their time, they're able to ask the right questions, give the necessary viewpoints pretty much that would help the businesses structure themselves well, keep the costs still as low as possible, give them this longer runway, and approach the whole business plan and approach the whole business idea in a more structured and predictable, repeatable, sustainable way, all of which are very valuable from investor perspective. So if the investor sees that the work is still getting done, however the burn isn't high, they love it. This is primarily what investors, it gives them a lot of confidence on how businesses are able to use their resources well. That is primarily what allows for businesses to then raise the subsequent rounds. Because what the investor is sure of is the risk for them to lose out on their investment is much lower in such cases.